Should be ready to go there. Hey, everybody. Carlos here, bringing some more Final Fantasy XIV today. Really excited for more Final Fantasy. Oh my gosh. I am really interested to see where the story's going to be going. Because, yeah, we're at 5.4 now, I believe, is where we are. But, yeah. Really interested to see what the next little but mainly I'm excited to see what's happening on the way to Endwalker, because I was kind of surprised that the like we were able to get our we can actually go to Dawn's Respite. Huh. I didn't realize this was a thing we could. This is where they were. We can just go. Oh, we could. Could we have come in here before, or was this a new area where all our companions were resting and sleeping? Well, their souls were somewhere else. So, yeah, we got them all back. I thought that was going to be the rest of like all of this kind of post Shadowbringers expansion. Patch notes things, but turns out that is definitely not the case. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we're at 5 point. I just want to double check I'm on the right. So this is Alice's quest is the next one. What? Make sure I'm on the right patch notes. Alice's quest. Yeah, so we're starting 5.4 is what we're starting at. Yeah, really excited see how that goes. Apologize for not having a stream yesterday. This is actually going to be a little bit of a shorter one today. And this is that sick yesterday today. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. Looks like these guys are having a little contest. You know what I'm going to do? Before I do anything. I haven't done this in a million years. Well, not a million years. Much less than. I'm going to head to... Thanaline? Yeah, Thanaline. Do the Golden Saucer. I just want to head to the Golden Saucer and do my chocobo, or my gambling stuff first. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Be one of those days, that's for sure. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing all right out there. Also, hopefully you can hear and see everything. Let me know if everything's working all right there. Here's the main stage here. What you doing? Are we not the exchange on information? Mini Cactopot broker, so let's talk to you. Buy some tickets. Do some, I wouldn't really call it gambling. There we go. Let's do this row. I get 72. Considering you get more than you put in every single time, it's actually kind of all right that way. Ooh. 9, 8. You know what? Let's go for this row. I'm big. Nope, that was the worst one. I can do one more. There. 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 You know what? Let's go for the surprise. Let's see what this is. You know, I'm sure there's like a formula or math that you can do this. Oh, 108. That was my best one yet. To try to figure out like the best one to pick and stuff like that. But actually, I'm kind of curious on. I'm sure someone's done the math on all that. Do. Someone's always doing the math on things. That's the best part about games and whatnot. Someone's already got the perfect. Always has like the perfect. Like this is the near perfect builds and stuff like that. There we go. Capture board. Grab this, and then we'll talk to Carl after this. I want to get this done. Purchase a jumbo cat pot. Go to random. There we go. And then hopefully I can win something good here. Oh. I do like how... I think it's kind of neat. Oh, hey there, Caleb. Everything is seen / heard just fine so far. It's been a while since you last commented. Hope you're starting to feel better. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah. I'm feeling all right. My partner, she's been pretty sick the last couple days, so I've been kind of taking care of her. Although now that she's starting to feel a little better, I'm starting to feel a little worse. You know how that's how it goes. But I should hopefully be fine. I love how this correspondence actually, like, you can change the number. Like, it actually is. Like, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. What's 4 then? 4. And then 5. 6. Oh, 4 is the exact flip side of 6. Okay. 7 looks like a B. 8 looks like a B with another little thingy. 9's got 3 of them, and then 0 is 0. They kind of like made their own language for this game, which is kind of cool. And I'm sure all of this has, like, they actually made a language. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a full-on language you can read and write. Would not be surprised at all. Okay, so let's head back to Ordona. Yeah, hopefully, Caleb, you're doing all right. Oh, your wife just got over the big C about a week ago and you're saying the struggle. Yeah, thankfully that is something I haven't had to deal with. Neither of us have gotten that at all in everything that's been going on, which is kind of awesome and amazing. I'm super surprised by that, but super grateful that neither of us have contracted it at all. But she's also the type that doesn't get sick very often, so when she gets sick, she's kind of down for the count for a little while. Yeah, so that's why I get to do all the helping and stuff and making of the oatmeals and the soups and the stuff, the waters and the emergencies and stuff. Yeah. Who's gonna win the contest? Actually, it's kind of a fun animation that they have set up there. But yeah, so with the story of Final Fantasy 14. I don't even know where I am anymore. I'm guessing from now on it's going to be ramping up into Endwalker. I believe that's kind of where we're going. So we kind of finished off Stormbringers, and now we're kind of doing the ramp up into Endwalker. Which I am excited for and also very, very worried about, because I hear it's all the feelings all the time, and I'm kind of excited for that. All the fun stuff for sure. Yes, all the fun stuff for sure. Oh my gosh, I don't mind doing it at all. All right, well, let's talk to Kryle here, and let's get this show on the road. Let's get this party going. And yeah, so things should be all right next week with streaming. Friday, Saturday for for Final Fantasy. Yeah, should be all right next week for doing Final Fantasy as far as I know. But yeah, let's talk with Kryle here. So her eyes light up with the sight of you. So, oh, greetings, Lunith. Come to look in on our friends? Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and have satisfied myself that they are in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how to best use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Right, let's see what's going on here.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
a prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Welcome back, everyone!
Lise!
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The famous Lise Hext, former Scion, and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it. Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
Yark and Hydaelyn, okay. What are we thinking?
But tell us, Lise, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? All right, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, After Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Mhigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Eorzea and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald, and we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Mhigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Ah, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you used to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
I don't want to go to the meeting, though. I like stuffy meetings.
Rest assured, there'll be many, many more. Go on, lend Alizé a hand.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
Oh boy.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
You're about halfway through Endwalker there, Caleb? Definitely feel city enjoyed so far. Yeah, that's what everyone keeps saying. I'm really excited to get there. Although, again, where we are in the game, I honestly have no idea where the story is going to go. And I kind of like that. It's like we defeated most of the Scions. The Empire's in the middle of a civil war right now. Things seem like they're going all right. So yeah, very excited to see what kicks Endwalker off and what ends up happening that we do that storyline. When I set out to save Helric, I thought Gabu was always at my back, at the back of my mind, and having proved the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced the same must be true for the tempered. Similarly to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the aether of Gobu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It's by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alizé, and it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness. Not when a child's life is at stake. And I'm sure Becklug would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things can go wrong if we don't exercise caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about temper. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Alligans took more than passing interest in the subject. If we seek, if what we seek is to be found anywhere, surely to be found at the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Were they experimented with primals and their worship? Yes, good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Eorzea, which means we'll be needing an airship. Haha, an airship, you say? Or we could just teleport there. I could just teleport there. Meet me at the northern plank of the Silver Tear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel. Okay, okay. What's the plan here? Did Sid build another airship or something? Is that what we got going on? Very, very possibly. I hope it's something cool. Alright, let's hop on out here. Mount roulette. It's a Mhigo! Okay. This way? Okay. Oh, cool. Nice little airship here. Yay! Our airship! Maybe it's ours, I don't know. I give you the Bonanza, the Scions' very own airship. I built her as a company project with the help of our friends at the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity. Hatru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals do not exaggerate the many talents of the Scions' fabled coin keeper. I'd also introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't quite go so well as I'd hoped, but that's alright because we've hired this capable fellow instead. The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters. By the way, feel free to use them to get around Eorzea. But enough talk, it's time to fly. All aboard? Alright. So we got ourselves an airship. How is this gonna work then? Okay, so we're here. Kind of cool if we could actually use the airship to go around. Oh gosh, I do love the look of this place. But like futuristic, but also kind of like magical at the same time. Good job with it. Me too. I'm doing. Minions. I'm here. Ooh. God, I got that one. We're gonna bring our accompaniment node here. Okay, so Alice, say what's up. Though honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Hatcher has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are. And Alphina's report did not do the scale of the palace justice. Just read this. So Tia surveys his surrounding with an expectant glint in his eyes. It appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. The east lies the Beta Quadrant, and yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on Eorzea, I do have some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to the Aetherite, beyond which there will be an information terminal. Suggest we begin our search there. Okay, so even though he's never been here before, he kind of knows what's going on here. I'm a phoenix. Up. And here is the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Okay. Searching, hacking, pointing fingers at. Okay, apparently that's how this technology works. You just point your fingers at it and it works. Ah, there we are. Iconic corruption? An overview? That sounds promising. Indeed. Let's see what this report has to say. I love that. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. What? No. Isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid. But it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is, where to look? It says here the report is written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy? I would say is a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he would have had quarters in the Hemisphere. We can ascertain the details at Hemisphere Control. Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves to the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot you already have suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship, then. We'll see you at the Hemisphere. I guess that kind of makes sense. We can just teleport there. Let's do that. I guess we can just fly there. Not at you. Look weird when you fly. There we go. We're flying the dragon. Okay, we're going this way. Yes, I've not been there yet, but we can go there this way. Nice little flying around. Lightning crackling and stuff like that. That is a cool looking map. That's for sure. I'm not gonna lie, most of the maps look really cool. The Garlean Empire has all the cool stuff right now. I know they're the bad guys. But, I mean, like most video games, or, honestly, media in general, it seems like the bad guys have the cool stuff. There's our friends right here. There's the little mana cutters. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us its number. There, from what I can recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning, the evacuation order is presently in effect. Enter the Hemisphere is not permitted at this time. Well, again, in all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the 4th Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. Energy level critical, returning to base for recharging. Well, surely there must be some way to gain access. Force, for example? Or we resort to that? I have an idea. We were to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism. It should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a consecrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant aether throughout the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me there was, that was in the records too? I am. The report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspected aether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as a caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies helped me to feel connected to the source, to home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you is more exhilarating than I can well express. Now then, the lightning shard, if I may, suggest we split up and search the Beta Quadrant. Oh, be aware of sprites. They are wont to manifest where the aether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with a shard wins. What do you say? Okay. Very well. It will be my honor to come third. Wait, there's only 3 of us. Wait a minute. Alright, so let's go and see where. Need to go for that. This way. Below us somewhere? Go. Oh, there we go. Oh no! Well, whatever will we do? Let's cast Holy. Do some area of effect attack. There we go. Oh, it looks like someone's doing the same quest. Yeah, let's help them. Hey, it's a call. How you doing today? Hey. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. Uh-oh. It appears to have, I appear to have fortified our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. Or forfeited our little race. What? What? No dramatic entrance? I'm not sure who that is, but, I'll pretend I do. You've changed. No dramatic entrance? You've changed. Oh, okay, there we go. You remember that. In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest to God's hero, after all. Well, the contest continues, so you had better hurry back. Oh, but one last thing. Thank you, Luneth, for bringing me here. Aw. Alright. Oh, you were watching your favorite Madden streamer until you saw it was on? You'll catch his VOD. Oh. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, yeah, on today. I won't be on too long today. Probably another, maybe like another hour or so. Just because we gotta make sure that Vanessa's doing alright. And also, I'm a little under the weather here today. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, there wasn't a stream yesterday because she's homesick. Was homesick, and I was feeling a little under the weather. Yeah, a little better today. I'd come on, get some Final Fantasy on for a little bit here. That I can talk with you guys. So it appears Alisei had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? Okay, here's the lightning shard. And hand it over. So, what is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? That is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Lumen. And not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Habisphere. Only one obstacle remains: a security system within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, I pray leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Okay, good. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes. But if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. Hopefully he's gonna be okay. Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. Well, that's all. You really got me wanting to play Madden this year, that's for sure. It's been forever since I played Madden. Such a good game. I'm sure this Owen fellow has... this fellow was very learned by... Iconic Corruption. An overview. Sounds like a studium thesis? We all had to write one. Least you wonder. Mine was about the combat applications of Aether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphanos was more psychological, of course, political, dare I say. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nature's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Shrenalin's knowledge should rightfully be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean, the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little bit more open-minded, but deep down still holds fast to the one belief, and I admire him for it. I should have liked to have met the young Alphino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the elegant civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studium, sorry. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the students of Beldesian convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved, but enough of that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Cute little sphere. Yes, Owen's own archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of the report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Initializing, scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd be locked around something, right? Verifying. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, Your Highness. Never ceases to amuse me. It's but a pity the effort will not last forever. Daga and Unal said as much when they granted me this gift. But until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Oh yeah, that was part of the Crystal Tower thing, yeah. Search archive for iconic corruption. Searching. One item found. Iconic corruption. An overview. Report is locked by the author. Please state password. Uh-oh. Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice know the password. Right. Let's see. Glory be to Alog. Long live Emperor Zaid? Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come now. Passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance... I love the triple pointing there. Password. Oh gosh, please tell me this doesn't work. The notion that the password can be something so inane would be laughable, but not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your contact in the presence of His Holiness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. What's your password? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's the same password in my luggage. Okay, what did the thing just call me? Let's go Wild Rose. Password incorrect. Again, be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. Now, let's not be too hasty. A simple misstep. Risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. What if it runs out of power? They can't go back here to get power. How does that work? Alright, let's get... Ooh. Let's take... Yeah, the herring pie. Alright, so let's talk with you again. He seems eager to bear the note away. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek help is no pretext. However much I might look forward to seeing him again, him and everyone, but come, let us be on our way. Okay. Look at him. All but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? So let's see. Go back to the Rising Stones now. Got the blue part. You're probably gonna play a little while watching the guy in the VOD. When, because it normally comes out in the summer, right? The new version. That'll be like Madden 24 or Madden 25. Can't remember how they name them. Yeah, it should be Madden 24 this year. Wonderful news, Lunith. Hacharu contacted Sid on our behalf, and he is on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, I'd like to very much to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Kyle? As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on and the Empire remains without a leader. Amid the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is Billard. The Legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus, aren't they the ones who took in Yatsu and Ashi? This bodes well. Zeno's movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Eorzea will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from here, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the Beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues of peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, there is not a problem easily solved. Lemonsians in particular struggle in their effort, and Alpina and Yestolia have been called upon to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. What if we can develop a treatment for tempering, if anything is possible? Which is why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's Respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. Okay. Alright, so next year in August, Tacalia said it comes out in August, so next August will be the Madden 25, but apparently they already made a Madden 25 years ago when it hit its 25th anniversary, because naming video games is weird. Oh my gosh. I mean, how many, like, Call of Duty just went through with, like, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 again. We've had so many different games. The same name or super similar names. I mean, what if these sports games keep going for like another 100 years? What are they gonna do? Like, when it comes to like Madden 99 again, or NHL 2097. Gosh, I hope hockey's still around then. That'd be awesome. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we have had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was just under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been had you not fulfilled your promise. I struggle with the idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted me to, or my help with something? What is it? Yeah, like if he's kind of from the future-ish and knows all this stuff, why doesn't he tell us all, like, the technology and stuff that we can use? Like, clearly they must have leaps and bounds of technology in, like, 100 years. Hopefully. Oh, well, a treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find the password of this Halligan's report. Just so. With nary a clue to guide us, we would be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that I might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an elegant dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set to work right away. Okay, gonna work. Ah, looks like it's finished. Let's see. Ah, short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, milady. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption, an overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Bloop. Opening report. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanisms of which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. Uh-oh. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the aether of the soul. That aether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when the subject is exposed to the aether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. Well, that's a cool icon. By way of example, exposure to the aether of the fiend, Sephiroth. What? Okay. Would cause the subject's aether to become aligned with the element of earth. Okay. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth aspect magics, as well as preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the soul's very flesh. Oh, maybe making them more stone-like? Oh, turning them into a fiend, okay. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributed to elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes rarely changed, or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner, do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayer serving to further empower the entity. Okay, okay. Having discerned the mechanism of icon corruption, my colleagues and I have set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. Of course, in the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption. In accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. Oh. The substance submitted to proposal. The subsequent submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Oh. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impetuance, I've been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. Oh. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of icon corruption. End recording. So even the Allegans were able to find a cure, or rather, we're not given the chance. So not even the Allegans were able to find a cure, or rather, we're not given the chance to do so. I cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True. Yet, were we simply to reanimate the tempered soul, I fear it would do not but diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining its thrall. Yeah, there's no point in reviving the soul unless we can also restore their sense of self. Very true, very true. Of course. Memories transference. The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. Alright. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation. That is, limiting the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. So it'd be like they woke up as if nothing happened. With restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the increments of false faith faith which have come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, but our experience treating the light corrupted would help us to identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did. You are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanisms, and I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magic, which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct a year's worth of tests in the space of a few days. In theory, it'd be no different from how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power. A lot more. Honestly, I couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? Keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Wait, a password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure, and a dictionary wouldn't help it from a person minded to look. No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology, or some such. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. We're gonna do some science. Things are about to get very busy. Luckily, we have you to help, eh? Oh, for sure, eh? Oh, yeah. Alright, so we got Sid here. We're gonna help Sid here. Right. Well, Tia is configuring the terminals. I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, fuel, ceruleum to fuel the terminals, and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventurers to go on a gathering spree. Okay. In that case, I'll trust Lunith and Alice for the ceruleum. There's a promissory note for each of you. Okay. Take them to the Sky Steel manufacturing on Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what you need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalan. Okay. So let's go to... Where is this? Running. I guess I could have teleported, but I didn't because I am a fool. Fool. Oh no, inventory getting full again. Uh-oh. Go the right way. You stand in the Sky Scale manufactory. What is it you require? I require fuel. Oh, I don't want to open my army chest. Hand it over. Handing it over. You are after ceruleum? In that case, please present this note to our engineer in the airship landing. We'll be glad to assist you. Oh, something about the workshop. Oh no, I don't actually want to talk to you. Oh well. Not yet. Not yet. I need to do that soon. Do. I was gonna ask, are all the patches done for Dawn Trail? Dawn Trail? Dawn Trail. Oh, not Trial. Trail. Blah, blah, blah. Like it's all of like the 6, like the 6.5 and 6.55. Is that all finished yet? Ceruleum, you've come to the right man. Fair warning though, the price has shot up on the account of the uncertainty of the Empire. But I hope you've got the coin. Oh, I've got a note here. Well, now a promissory note from the Ironworks. Don't see many of these. Now, that is a problem. It is as good as gold to me. Not that it's a problem, it's as good as gold to me. Good. Endwalker's 100% done? Alright. Was it awesome and amazing? And are you excited for Dawn Trail? It's going to be coming up pretty soon. Oh, hi guys.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Mhigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
Hi.
As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
Yay.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day? A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Seems like some. Also, should they not be like maybe tied down or something? Maybe. I'm just saying. I don't think this is very up to code. We're just gonna put those barrels on, not even like in a certain place or tied together willy nilly, kind of all over the. What if it's a little shaky? We run into a storm and we shake a little bit and it spills all over, or falls off. Does not seem safe. Oh, Dawn Trail's already been set up in 6.55. Looking forward to it. You like a character they introduced to lead to the expansion? Oh, that's awesome. What you're saying is it wasn't Alisei isn't the big character for the next expansion. We know how much you'd enjoy that. Right. Got this going.
Who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance.
What's the new voice actor for Sid?
Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
It's
Nero.
been a while, hero. Oh, you seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering. But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
I love how Nero's entire point of being in the story from now on is just to like try to show up Sid. I love it so much.
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin.
Yeah, Caleb, I definitely love their dynamic. And yeah, certainly not Alizé there to call. I know she disappeared from the story. You would not even bat an eye.
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while. Damn it. It's overloading.
More ice.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh!
No, no.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There! I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Well, that did not take long at all.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Oh, hey, the dragon. All right, we finished that. We got the cure. It simulated the cure. So let's see how what we actually need to do this. Ooh, I get waffles. Oh, I do love waffles. So at long last, we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof. But I'm quietly confident. Well, if were to test it on someone, I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. As long as you exercise due caution, because I want Gabu to be amazing. We need to protect him at all costs. So yes, as long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. Without further ado, let us make for Limsa. We've kept Gabu waiting long enough. Oh, and he's so cute and little, and he's awesome. Where are we headed to? There, a thing closer to it. And the net. Yep, the aft castle. Oh, and with Dawn Trail, we're getting a graphics upgrade, aren't we, too? That makes me extra excited to kind of see what it looks like, that the new expansion looks like. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our host bring Gabu to us at once.
Apologies for the wait.
Gabu, have you been good?
Oh, of course he's been good.
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino, Y'shtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin.
No, please work, please work, please work. Please work.
Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn.
Go, little piggy. It's so cute and awesome.
Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy.
I also love how they're doing this outside in the middle of a city while it's raining. Not in, like, some safe environment or something like that.
The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
Okay.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
All right. That is that. Gobu is safe-ish. Okay, so let's finish off with Alphino here. So, well, it seems as good as any spot to have a rest. Okay, we're gonna have our little rest now. Well-deserved rest. We did stuff. We talked to people, and they did things for us. Here, we really didn't do much of anything for this. That's okay. We're just the muscle.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Don't tell me. Tell her.
I should, I know. Yet, despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire.
Uh-oh, what's wrong?
Alize, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Please have it work. Oh, siblings. Very true there, the dragon. Very, very true.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted,
Yay!
happy, glad.
Gaboo!
Oh, that makes me happy. If you're not mocking each other, something's wrong. Yep. Especially when you're younger, that's for sure.
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
Aww. He's so little and
I
awesome.
couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them.
Yes, we can. All of them.
Yay!
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Yet.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gaboo, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then, the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
Yep.
I have to go now, Gaboo, but the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
Yay, Gaboo's Oh, right now. That makes me happy. Now, I don't care what else happens in the world. It could blow up for all I care, as long as Kibu's safe. You would incur her ire there because she's a jerk. I'm gonna get the waffles. Oh, or a honey croissant. Oh, so. I do love croissants. Okay, I'm gonna get the croissants then. You glad you were the only child until your teens? You have a sibling. Having a sibling the same age would be the worst. Yeah, I had me and my sister. She's younger than me. She's 3.5 years to the day younger than me. It was actually kind of nice. We were old enough that we could kind of, get along-ish, but also far enough apart that like when I was in high school, like I was always 3 years ahead of her, so we never went to the same high school. Junior high, we were never around each other, kind of thing. So we kind of had our own separate stuff, but close enough in a small town that we still kind of hung out a little bit with different friends and stuff. So yeah, but that was a decent age. Also being me being a boy, her being a girl, we didn't do too much together. I mean, I was sports and video games, and she was video games and other things. Although she was really good at like getting me in trouble by us just like sitting in a room and she'd just start screaming as if I did something, and then my parents would come in and wonder what I did, and she'd be like, "He hit me," and I'm like, "I went on the other side of the room and didn't do anything." Took my parents like 20 years to realize, or took her like 20 years to like admit that she did that. But yeah, and my nephews are like 4 years apart. So I mean, it's a big gap, but it seems to work for them. They have a lot of fun. Same Arlo, same. Yeah, I'm glad I got my little sister. And yeah, glad it was difference. I mean, I got friends that like are a year or two apart from siblings, in that, they're closer than say me and my sister are on certain aspects, but like growing up, there was a little bit harder because they were in each other's way all the time and stuff. So. But yeah, I like having a little sister. I wouldn't have it any other way. She gave me some awesome nephews too. They're pretty awesome. Oh, Dragon, you got a sister that's 4 years younger. It sounds basically the same as how it was with yours. Yeah, like we got along just fine. Didn't get in each other's way, and there's certain things that we'd do together with our friends. Again, I grew up in a small community. Like I grew up in a town. Sorry, I grew up in a hamlet. A village. I grew up in a village, so hamlet, village, town. Yes, I grew up in a village of like 200 people, so kind of hard not to do things with everybody else. Yeah. I mean, our kindergarten to grade 9 school had like 150 kids in it. So yeah. Yeah. But I think I'm going to end the stream here today. A little bit shorter than normal. And again, I apologize for not having a stream yesterday. I just want to make sure that Vanessa's doing all right, and that I'm keeping myself all right too. This room is kind of getting a little hot with the computer on and the door closed. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. Streaming next week, I might be able to do Wednesday next week. But Friday and Saturday, I think, should be fine for Final Fantasy. So Friday and Saturday next week should be fine for Final Fantasy XIV, unless anything else happens. But I'll post it in the Discord in the Final Fantasy section about that. But yeah, hopefully things are going right there, and we can hop into what's going to be, hopefully I can at least get to Endwalker. Should be able to get to Endwalker before Dawn Trial starts. That way I'm only an expansion behind. But yeah, and I know things might be changing in a little bit with streaming. Streams might end up being a little bit later at night or earlier in the day. I'm not 100% sure, but things might be changing in a little bit at the end of the month. But I'll keep you guys updated on that kind of stuff. But yeah, good to be here. I'm glad you can make it, Caleb and the Dragon and Tikal, and hope you guys have yourselves an awesome and or amazing rest of your weekend and a good week next week. And yeah, as always, until next time, keep your stick on the ice.